Alright guys, we're back. The memory card was full, so video got cut short. I didn't really do much without you guys. I just took the arms off. The pins were just being stubborn on the top arm, in the front and the back. Took those out, arms are off. And also I figured out why I couldn't take off the cage. Taking this thing apart like 100 times, and I always forget the 4 in there have to come out too. Duh, you know? Anyway, got those out. We'll continue. So, the brace. Let's see. One second, buddy. One second. Connector. This fan. High-speed fan disconnects. Also, I modified the original aluminum fan shroud and I put a high-speed fan in there. What else? Let's see. Get this guy out of here. So the one switch will control 3 outputs, so I can have 3 fans on the switch. That's the voltmeter leads right there. Alright, and the fan bolts. So there's 3 fans here. Pretty much left them hand tight. Man, it's a beautiful day today. This sun, perfect. That's why I wanted to do this out here. Alright, so those are the fans. There's one. Two, and the third one. I have to cut the lead a little bit. It's way too long. I just kind of put this in there, and you'll see why in a minute. I had a fan underneath the ESC, and that kind of took a dump on me. So I had to put another fan to try to keep that ESC cooled. Another fan here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 4 of the same fans that go on the side. This one it's more for the ESC. I have a spot on the other side that I'm going to be putting the other yak fan I showed you guys. And the center brace. Where's my screwdriver? Where'd it go? Center brace, I'll show you guys how. So I put screws in there and then I drilled holes in the brace and that basically goes in, and then when it's bolted down this can't come out. Nice! Spider-Man ball! Spider-Man ball, nice! Alright, this is still being really stubborn, and you know I took those screws out. It looks alright. It's a little torn there. Actually, yeah, I need a new tower. I don't think I have an extra one. Wasn't expecting these to be broken. No big deal. The power of the internet. this one looks good. But I do know why I kept stripping the rear gears, which I had a feeling. You can see, where did it go? Oh yeah, right here. It's got a huge crack. That's from doing backflips and landing weird. So it would flex, and it would basically make those gears just grind away. So, yeah, racing fan. So yeah, even though I kept putting used gears, I kind of had a feeling I had to rebuild this truck at some point. I just kept stretching it out as long as possible. Ran out of used gears, and here we are. Alright, that's your steering assembly. Hot racing center link, I guess you can call it. And the rest is just hot glued. So on the spring and everything. I mean, it has a little bit of give so things don't break, but it's nice and tight where you don't get all that weird slop. Also the Spektrum steering servo in there. I'll show you guys how I installed that. I'm gonna see why this brace doesn't want to come out. I got the both side of that. It's just being stubborn. Oh man. This side came out. This side, okay. This does. Alright, so what am I missing? Am I missing a screw in there? Yep. Alright. Now, where did my son put... Oh, see? Go ahead and blame it on my son. I lost it. It would help to have the right size on. Yep, one screw. When in doubt, double check. You don't want to end up yanking it and then breaking it and then finding out there was a screw in there. And you're all pissed off ordering it on Amazon. You know how that goes. Wow, look at that. Comes right out. Alright, so goes there. Yeah, the on and off switch was just hot glued onto the side. That's why I love hot glue. It's very, very durable, strong, but you can take it apart whenever you want. Also, the box is relocated on the brace here, as you can see. It's still waterproof and everything. All right, now time to take off these wires. See, I have them heat shrink, so I put heat shrink in here, I connect the wire, and then I put the heat shrink down and heat it, so it keeps the connector on there, so it will never come off, even when you want it to. There goes one. I don't want to break the ESC. Just XLX2. I'll help it make a little slit on the heat shrink. Alright, and the ESC, like I was showing you guys in my previous videos, how it has a key mechanism to lock it into place. So, just pull it back, like that. And that's it. And the ESC comes right out. So it's got the bolts. And then in the chassis, I just made a little keyway, so it goes down and locks into place. This octopus looking piece here is a straight line to the receiver into a channel, and it will power up 5 channels, 5 fans, lights, whatever you want it to do. Right now I have, I believe, all 4 fans that are on the side of the motor hooked up to it, constantly on, and then I had the one for this fan underneath here that is no longer working. It's gone, it's fried. So I drilled holes down here for some airflow. But yeah, I'm just gonna take this out, put the other fan on the side, use up, you know, this fan was just taking up voltage really. And I disconnected it at some point when I found that it wasn't working, but anyway. So yeah, that's ESC, all the wires are shortened up and the proper connectors on there. That's the Castle cat pack. So, somewhere safe. And the motor, clean it up a little bit, I'll show you. So it's the WFO mount, 29 tooth spur. You can see it's pretty beat up. This is my spare gear. This is a 1460 kV 5660 can. I have to rebuild it, do the bearings, clean it out. I have my 1356 kV motor that I'm going to be throwing in this. It's a Delta wind. Now that the ESC is updated from Castle, I can do a Delta motor on this, which I like it because it has a little bit more torque at the lower RPM range. So good for drifting, you know, backflips, stuff like that. It's a little bit more predictable. This motor is more for speed. This one I got 75 miles an hour out of the Xmaxx. You can see that in one of my videos. I also modified an extra piece of heatsink. I drilled holes through to allow airflow, and then I also put little tabs and then utilized the screws on the can on the motor to hold it into place, keep it nice and snug. So maximum amount of heat sinkage. You know, it really flows into the aluminum bracket as well, so it works well. So now we're getting to the bones here. Yeah, that it just needs bearings all around. My Spektrum Servo is in there. I just put hot glue here to keep it a little bit more rigid. I kept it open back here because it gets pretty hot. I already burnt out a Spektrum Servo. It was my fault, but the guys were great. They warranted it for me. You know, the box said waterproof, but they told me it wasn't waterproof, so I don't know. I think misprint that on the box. Anyway, I got a free servo. Yeah. So that's it. There's the giant crack right on the side there. And yeah, we'll take this thing apart. You can see this thing is spinning pretty straight. Nothing fancy. It's just hot glue and pins to keep it from flexing. I'll take this thing apart a little bit more, and I'll show you, you know, the guts, the aluminum diff housings, how I installed that Spektrum servo in there, because it's quite large, but it fits beautifully and it works so good. I mean, it's really something else. If you guys can take the time to make it happen, I might make a video step by step on how it's done. It's not too difficult. You just need a Dremel and some time, and that's it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.